Hello there, everyone, and welcome to this blockbuster finale. It's gonna be in between Team Oreo and the Blood Moons. Let's see who will win it. As you can see, all of the heat's down there. So now we're gonna move on to our expedition run to show us how this event will work. So there will be, first of all, four heats of four where you have three laps to get to the top two to advance to the final. Then in the final there will be 8 teams and there will be 5 laps, and whoever wins at the end of it will win the final event of MMI. See, the green funnel was fast in this one, but in the actual funnel, in the actual event, it will be quite slow. So it won't be as fast as you can get stuck on the track, as we do have our first heat between Team Smoke, Chocolate Bananas, Cherry Blossoms, and the Grasshoppers. And here we go, lap 1 out of 3. Who's gonna get there first? It's like it's gonna be the Chocolate Bananas, and yes, it will. Chocolate Bananas do take the early lead, heading into the split Cherry Blossoms on the right side. Left side. Grease Lines on the right side and Team Smoke on the left side. So it's gonna be a battle between Chocolate Bananas and Cherry Blossoms for the lead. Who will get it? It will be the Chocolate Bananas. And the Grasshoppers almost got there, but the Cherry Blossoms was able to get there right in the end. As you can see, the Chocolate Bananas will win the first lap out of 3. As we now move on to the second lap. And who gets out in front early on this time? It looks like it's the Cherry Blossoms, as they go to the right side first. And it looks like the Grasshoppers got in front of Chocolate Bananas, and the Grasshoppers will go to the left side. In fact, Grasshoppers will be the second marble to go into that final green funnel. But the Chocolate Bananas are right there. They made a massive hit, and that might be huge for them. But that won't matter, as the Grasshoppers went through first. So you can see the results of lap 2. Cherry Blossoms got the victory. So now heads into lap 3. And looks like Team Smoke got a bit of delayed there. Team Smoke has been getting dead last in all of these runs, which is very bad for Team Smoke, especially since this was the team member that was fast in the funnel endurance event back in event 2. It's gonna be a battle between Cherry Blossoms and Grasshoppers at the front. So it could be Cherry Blossoms getting the victory, Grasshoppers getting second, Chocolate Bananas third, and Team Smoke back in fourth. Team Smoke was never really in that fight at all, always staying in fourth. There was a fight between Chocolate Bananas and the Grasshoppers, as we now move on to our next heat, Aquatics, Purple Flames, the Cat's Eyes, and the Crystals. But Chocolate Bananas was one of the podium contenders. Like one of the big podium contenders, so it's huge that actually they got out. One of the other big, huge podium contenders here are the Crystals, who are currently in third place, I think, right now. I think the Crystals are currently in third place right now, and they do have the lead. They're actually the Purple Flames take it, but the Crystals are also right there. It's gonna be a battle between Purple Flames, but then the Aquatics get in there, and the Aquatics get the victory. There's a surprising win for the Aquatics. They literally just came out of nowhere and entered that final funnel and swooped in for the victory. That was amazing to see, and now they're gonna start the lead heading into lap 2. So you can see now the Aquatics have the lead, followed by Purple Flames, and it looks like the Cat's Eyes are at the back, which is not what you want to do in this sort of event. It's going to be a battle between Aquatics and Purple Flames yet again. This time, who will get out in front? It's like it will be the aquatics, but it looks like the cat's eyes have went past the crystals by the looks of it. The cat's eyes will fall through third. The crystals have now fallen to fourth. They were in first and now they're in fourth, which is gonna be bad if they want to hold on to the podium spot. Because there are 14 teams that can still podium. And the only teams that can't are Aquatics and Team Smoke, so it's a surprise to see the Aquatics doing so well. Team Smoke have already decided to give up by placing dead last in their early heats. We do have Aquatics who take the early lead here, and it looks like they're not holding back this time around. It's like the Cat's Eyes have actually passed the Purple Flames. I don't know how that happened. There will be the Aquatics and the Cat's Eyes moving on. Purple Flames looked like they had such an easy advancement, but then got passed by the Cat's Eyes in the split. I did not know how that happened. Purple Flames must got slowed down on that right side of the funnels. As we now move on to our next seat, Space Pirates Team Oasis. Team Oreo, which is one of our championship contenders, and the Emerald Gems. As we now move on to this seat, Team Oreo is one of our championship contenders. They need to advance here if they want to win it. They are currently in that advancing zone at the moment. In fact, they have the lead heading into the 2 yellow funnels there. If Team Oreo keeps this lead, they will still have a chance to win it heading into the finals. Now the Space Pirates that will have the lead. And it will be the Space Pirates getting the win. Team Oasis actually passed. And it looks like Emerald Gems. Did the Emerald Gems actually pass? Yes, they did. Team Oreo fell from first to fourth all in the same heat. What had happened to Team Oreo in that last set? Now, I'd love to get a replay of that. But since there's too many races today, there will be not as much replays. It's like now it's the Space Pirates that gets the early lead, followed by Team Oasis. The Emerald Gems right at the end got past Team Oreo in the final heat. It's like Emerald Gems, do they get past Team Oasis here? Yes, they do. In the final last second, yet again. Emerald Gems have been getting better and better by the looks of it. Now they're in the advancing zone, which could be huge for them. As now we're into the final race of this heat. We're already into the final race of the third heat. Things are going by fast. It's the Emerald Gems who takes the lead, which is very surprising, considering they were in dead last in the first heat at the beginning. But now they take the lead, and it's got to be a battle between them and Team Oasis. Unless the Space Pirates have anything for the two of them. It looks like Team Oreo. Team Oreo might have something to do with it. But no, they could not advance. Team Oreo could not advance. And that means the Blood Moons have officially won MMI. So congratulations to the Blood Moons for winning the first ever season of MMI. Speaking of the Blood Moons, they're in the seat, along with Gooey Slimes, Midnight Warriors, and Sour Lemons. So let's see if the Blood Moons can advance out of here. They don't need to advance anymore, but they can still advance just to get to that 100 point total that they would love to get for the first season of MMI, which already has 8 events. It's actually the Midnight Warriors that get out in front. They haven't really had that good of a season, the Midnight Warriors, so it's always a surprise to see them getting out in front. Gooey Slimes, they get second. Could be crucial for them if they advance, because they could slid in to the podium spot and could even take second away from Team Oreo. Team Oreo could even fall down to fourth because of all of these other teams advancing to the finals. So Team Oreo now has to hope that the other teams don't do as good as they do, so that they can stay on the podium. Because this could be dangerous news for Team Oreo, as they might not auto-qualify for next season. This time it's the Sour Lemons that get out in front, followed by Gooey Slimes. But how Gooey Slimes do need to advance you to get onto that podium. They're in 5th place at the moment. It's like they're in the advancing position at the moment. And it will be Sour Lemons and Gooey Slimes at the moment currently advancing. Bloodroots are in dead last at the moment, which is currently bad for them. Now, think of how many times they said at the moment this video. It's like Gooey Slimes. They get out to the lead yet again. If they advance, this could be huge for their auto qualifications implications. It's like Gooey Slimes. Watch that right funnel. Watch if the Gooey Slimes fall down through. And it looks like they will. They will fall down through. And it looks like they have the lead heading into the green funnel along with Midnight Warriors and Blood Moons. So the Gooey Slimes will get through first. Get second, it will be the Midnight Warriors. The Blood Moons is also almost advanced. What happened to Sour Lemons? There. They had a terrible race that time around. And they fell to 4th. Which is very surprising. As we now have the 9th through 16th battles. Which would just be one heat, so no laps, only one lap, only I mean. And we are off. There isn't really much commentary to this heat, I think. It's like the Purple Flames do get out in front, followed by Space Pirates, Chocolate Bananas, Crystals, Team Oreo. If they do bad in this heat, that could be more dangerous news for them. It's like it's actually gonna be the Space Pirates that's gonna get the victory. So we're followed by Purple Flames, then the Chocolate Bananas. Then it looks like it's gonna be the Crystals, and then Team Oreo falling through, Sour Lemons falling through next, and the Blood Runes falling through then. And who's still there? It's Team Sook. Team Sook is having a terrible, terrible run in this final event. They're gonna take dead last, which is not good considering they're in dead last in the standings. So that means Team Sook is all but confirmed 16th place for the overall standings. So now move on to the finals, which will be 5 laps with all 8 contenders that are still remaining. This will be the most intense finals of MMI's history. And we're in. Who would take the lead early on first? It looks like it's gonna be the Cherry Blossoms followed by Gooey Slimes. If the Cherry Blossoms do well, they could slide on to the podium spot. And they could maybe take 3rd place. Which could be huge for them, as that means they won't have to be in the qualifiers for next season. Be the Cherry Blossoms who take the win in this heat. Gooey Slimes. Things stand at the moment, then Gooey Slimes will be in 2nd and Cherry Blossoms will be in 3rd. Team Oreo won't even be on the podium at all. While meanwhile the Grasshoppers are in 8th. It's like it will be the Cherry Blossoms who will have the lead heading into race 2 out of 5. We have 4 laps until the end of MMI's first season. It's like this time it's gonna be the Cat's Eyes that get out in front, heading onto the right side, Gooey Slimes going to the left. So it's gotta be a battle between these 2 contenders. Cherry Blossoms also on the left. So on the right it looks like Aquatics and Midnight Warriors on the right. It's gonna be Cat's Eyes who's gonna win the heat. Very much likely, and yes they do. Gooey Slimes will stay in 2nd. Midnight Warriors get 3rd, Cherry Blossoms, Wolf Grasshoppers, then Emerald Gems, then it's Aquatics, then it's Team Oasis. So these are the standings that I just said a couple seconds ago, just to give a more clear view as to who holds the lead heading into lap 3. This is the 3rd lap. 3 laps to go until the end of MMI, which is crazy if you think of it, because this season started a few months ago, I believe. It's like the Aquatics get out in front, followed by Midnight Warriors. Speed the Aquatics' first medal of the season, which is gonna be their final medal of the season, guaranteed. because this is the final event of the season. So the Green Slimes, they fell all the way down to 7th somehow. That means they're out of the podium. It's like Team Oreo at the moment is currently back in podium contention, I think. It's mainly a battle between Team Oreo, who's not even in the seat, Gooey Slimes, and Cherry Blossoms for those other 2 podium spots. So there's also Crystals and Chocolate Bananas. But the fact that they finished no basically means that they're out of it. It's like Emerald Gems now take the lead. It's like they will. Gooey Slimes, they climb up to 2nd, which is huge for them. Cherry Blossoms go to 3rd, which is also huge for them. It's like the Aquatics, they fell all the way down to 8th, which is bad for them. So it looks like Gooey Slimes are in 2nd place and Cherry Blossoms are in 3rd for the overall standings. Head into, I think this is the final lap of MMI. Who will take the victory? Who will take the glory? It's Emerald Gems who take the early lead. No, it's actually Midnight Warrior who take the early lead. Looks like they're gonna go. No, it's gonna be the Aquatics actually. It's gonna be the Aquatics heading into that final green funnel. Will the Aquatics win the final event of MMI? And yes, they will. It's gonna be the Aquatics followed by Emerald Gems and Cherry Blossoms. Does mean now the Cherry Blossoms will be taking 3rd overall in the standings. And it looks like the Gooey Slimes did get 2nd, meaning they'll take 2nd overall in the overall standings. As we now head into our final podium ceremony of the season. And we now move on to the standings. And I am Cuckoo, and I'll be signing off. Goodbye.